Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's story is difficult to talk about, but it's important. It's about an Ethiopian Orthodox singer by the name of Yordanos Derece. Some of you may already know her voice, her music, and her faith. But what most people don't know is what she went through behind the scenes, what she's been hiding for years. This story involves heartbreak, survival, and a call for justice. So I want to walk with you through what happened and what is still happening and why she finally decided to speak out. This is the story of Yordanos Derece. Let's get into it. Yordanos was born in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and was raised by her grandparents in a strong Christian household. At just 9 years old, she started attending Sunday school at St. Michael Orthodox Cathedral, and that's where her love for music and worship really began. She had a beautiful voice and even released an album later on. People admired her. She was young, talented, and faithful. But Giordano says a bad spirit appeared to her in human form to try and stop her from continuing her ministry. It was terrifying for her, but she didn't say anything publicly. She wanted to protect the church's name. Her grandparents were always careful with her. She never went to church services alone, always with their sister. Eventually, later in life, they started trusting her to go by herself. And then something happened that changed her life forever. One day, Jordanos was asked to go to a church visit to a town called Kir Afer. She took a bus with others who were traveling there too. But just before they reached the church, the bus crashed. Everyone on board died except her. Jordanos survived without a single bruise. She couldn't believe it. She saw the church in the distance and felt like it was a sign from God that he had protected her for a reason. She went to the church and by surprise, there were church servants. Since it was nighttime, they offered her to let her rest in a private house nearby. She was tired. She just survived a tragedy. But that night, something even worse happened. It was the night she never would forget. Yodano says she was asleep when a group of church teachers came into her room, the same people who had offered her a place to sleep for the night. One of them, his name was Teacher Deborah Stephanos, assaulted her. He put a pillow over her mouth and raped her. The others watched. Nobody stopped it. Nobody helped her. She was terrified. She ran out of the house wrapped in a blanket. She didn't know the man, but she had seen him before at church. Later, she found out something really disturbing. Originally, someone other than her was supposed to attend the trip, but at the last minute, they told Yordanos to go instead. She started thinking to herself, was this all a setup? Someone gave her $400 for bus fare to get back to Addis Ababa, but she didn't go home to her grandparents. She went to her best friend's house and stayed quiet. She never told her family what happened. 2 years later, she started having stomach pain. She went to the hospital with her friend, and the doctors told her that she was pregnant. And the man who sold to her, Debebe Stephanos, had moved to the United States and was now serving as a priest at the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Washington, D.C. At first, Stephanos admitted the baby might be his and he'd be willing to help, but he actually never did. Jordanos gave birth alone. Her aunt and friend were there to support her. Eventually, her family found out and they told her to come back home. She and her son started a new chapter with her family, but the emotional pain stayed. And then came the question. One day, her son asked, "Mom, where's my dad?" And she had no words. Yodano stayed quiet for years, but eventually she had enough. She decided to write a letter to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church Council in the U.S., naming priest Debebe Stephanos as the man who assaulted her. She told them what happened. She asked for justice, but they ignored her. They let him, Debebe, continue serving at the church like nothing happened. And even worse, she's not the only victim. Another woman also came forward. Same man, same pattern, same silence. And after Jordanos finally spoke up and shared her story publicly, she started receiving threatening phone calls, calls meant to silence her, to scare her. And let me just say this on her behalf. If anything happens to Jordanos Derece, the man responsible is priest Debebe Stephanos. So yeah, everyone, that's the story of Jordanos Derece, a woman of faith, a survivor, a mother, and someone who never stops searching for justice. That's all for this video. Leave a like and comment on what you thought of Jordanos' experience on the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one.